My name's Natalie Mitchell and I'm a writer.
My name's Jane Fallowfield and I'm the director on this project. Well, it came from an idea we're calling Script Club of taking a playwright back to their hometown and getting them to write a play for their local community. Our first script club in Hull with a writer called Tom Wells, and now we're doing our second one with Natalie Mitchell, taking on board all those lessons we learnt from the first time we tried it. The idea is to write a story for your local community and then build towards a production which plays at a local theatre and then as many community centres and schools as possible. At this stage we're in R&D. We've got a really loose story that we know we want our script to be about, and we've got some themes that are coming through, and we've come to do R&D exploring those themes, exploring what it's like to be a young person growing up in Medway, and in particular the themes of mental health and sex education, or young people and their experiences of sex. And this morning we were doing a workshop from a design perspective all about why we collect things and how we might choose to display them and what comfort there might be in patterns and repetition, because we're telling a story of a character who's got OCD.
Medway is in the bottom 20% of arts engagement in the whole country, and obviously I grew up here, but I'm in my 30s now, and I've wanted, ever since I kind of, I suppose, developed a career in the industry, I've been looking for the right opportunity to come back and do work in this area. Script Club felt like exactly the right thing, really, the right opportunity. Not only, you know, I feel like it is a really mutually beneficial project. So we're providing opportunities for young people. You know, we've worked with a huge range of young people, a lot of whom actually don't normally participate in the arts or in drama. And we've had some returning young people, which feels really great. I know what it was like being a teenager here 15 or so years ago. So it's been about looking at what's changed, if anything, and just kind of re-engaging with the area. This has been such a great opportunity just to remind myself what this area is, how it's changed, what it might need, and maybe play a tiny little part in that as well. So yeah, it's been great.
This stage is research and development. After doing all these workshops and digging into the themes and the characters, Natalie's going to go away and write a couple of scenes, and then we're going to get some actors in for 3 days to explore those bits of scenes and to perhaps fill in a few gaps in between them and think about how to develop the script. Then Nat's going to go away and write a whole script. We have penciled in May as our production slot at the Brook Theatre in Chatham and at LV21. And then around those 2 performances in local theatres, we're going to squeeze in as many as possible in community centres and schools. And after each performance, to run an introduction to writing for any young people who want to stay behind and do a workshop session. And alongside that, we've got an assistant director who isn't here today, who's going to lead a wraparound project. So she's going to pull together a group of young people, inviting anyone who's worked with us so far to create either some design work, so perhaps some model boxes or some images around our play as a wraparound piece, or some short pieces of work, either devised pieces or written pieces that they can present at LV21 and the Brook.
So we've designed the workshop really specifically, knowing the areas that we want to gather information about. And what we've kind of found over the last few workshops is you kind of, you know, when you're in the moment, when you're there are things that you realise need a little bit more digging. There are other things that perhaps haven't been quite so useful. So it's just about those things that you dig a little bit deeper in.
We're just amassing loads and loads and loads and loads of information. And then Natalie's job is to kind of sift through that and find what's useful and use it to kind of enrich her play and distill it down.